Hi, hello. Yes, I did miss a month. If you guys didn't know, you comment down below and I don't upload for a month, you'll be getting $30. Alright, so basically I made this randomizer spinning thing, so we all know it's fair. So let's figure out who's gonna win the $30. Alright. I see my little brother's name there with Hal. I hope he doesn't win, because that's like nepotism if he wins. Alright, let's go. Okay. The winner is... Okay. Kazias. Oh no! Okay, so Tactic2569. I feel bad for Kazias. But yeah, Tactic2569, just DM me on Instagram. You basically won it for this month. I'll start with why didn't I upload last month. So essentially, I'm just extremely busy. One, we're working on the Net Geo funded project. That's gonna get busier, you get me? And other than that is, I got busy with the first animated kids show in Brunei, Kampung Buah, the one that, so we're doing that one. Very heavy, you know, it's harder than what we expected, but it's fine, it's working out now, we're almost done. We're essentially on the final stages. Available on RTV Go when it comes out. Yeah, and also, yeah, I filmed with Sunnyside from the best ever food review show. Yeah, that's a whole other experience. I'll maybe talk about it some other time, maybe. But yeah, it's I had fun. I appreciated the experience, and yeah, you know, I would love to do it again with another YouTuber, you know. Or if Sunny comes back for whatever reason, you know. Again, if you can't tell, I'm pretty low energy. The reason why we're filming here too is because I'm moving out of my house because I'm getting married to my 4-year-long relationship girlfriend D. So that's great. And we're getting married legit next month, like a month and a week from now. So yeah, pretty emotional leaving this place, honestly. So okay, if you're realizing that it's suddenly nighttime, it's because something came up and I'm moving on to new things. I'm moving on to hopefully better things. I think one good thing to talk about is to scale back a bit is, failures, right? I think I did it last time already, talking about my A-levels, how I kind of messed up with that one. I was quite a good student, and for one reason or another, I didn't get great grades. If you want to look at it more spiritually, everything happens for a reason, and the more older you get, the more you see it. If I got good grades, I wouldn't have been where I am now. I wouldn't be making films. I wouldn't be winning film awards. I wouldn't be in the forefront of Bruneian filmmaking alongside other great filmmakers here. I would just be a scientist in a biotechnology lab, probably in not even in Brunei. You get me? Because the job doesn't even, the job scope that I was looking for wasn't even offered here. But yeah, so again, I want to scale back a bit. I want to talk about one of my most dearest projects in my heart, because I think last time I did this, it was like right when I was releasing Sympathy, and Sympathy did really well and whatnot, blah blah blah. And I don't think I ever made a video for Kitani, and so Kitani is my first major budget film, I would say, film series. It was my first project having a budget, period. Again, looking back at it now, it's not that big of a budget, but at that time, it's more money than I've ever seen, in my life. You get me? In my bank account, But yeah, I got excited over it and whatnot, and yeah, I just want to cover certain points about why it wasn't as big as what I thought it would be. Fast forward to now, not to jump around too much, but Progresif Media, which is the platform that Kitani was on, closed down, and I've been meaning to make this video, honestly, and I think they closed down, let me check, when did they close down? September. Yeah, last year September. And I was thinking about making a video already about this, but again, with reasons that I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to, I don't want to seem unappreciative and like blame everything. Like, oh, the reason why Kitani wasn't successful was because Progresif Media and whatnot. Because it's not 100% them. And the same thing, it's not 100% because of me as well. That's what I started to accept. Because again, I had a lot of different reviews from different people, especially like filmmakers, from people I respected. Essentially, like a lot, from what I gathered, a lot of the filmmakers that knew me, knew what I was capable of and whatnot, were disappointed with the result of Kitani. And maybe I'll do it one day where I watch the whole series. I would love to watch the whole thing because again, it's free on YouTube. With saying that, there was also a lot of people that DM me. They said they enjoyed it and whatnot. You get what I'm saying? So, it's like a give and take. But, I'm not here to discredit the thoughts of the other creators, And, it is valid, I think the problem was we were trying to do too much. And again, it was my first time handling a proper production. Imagine, before this, I didn't even do like small productions like adverts and whatnot. I went straight into like film production, 18-day shoot. I think it was 18 plus another 7 days, something like that. So it was like 25-day shoot. That's almost the same amount of shooting days like a film, like for a full feature film. And again, our budget wasn't amazing looking at it now, but back then it was a lot. It's those things that you look back on it because again, with Kitani was my last project and it's been like what, 2021, late 2021. So it's like 2022, 2023, 2024, and now 2025. I haven't released any narrative projects yet. Of course, I released Wujud, but that's a documentary. And I was supposed to do Impian, if you guys didn't know. Impian was supposed to be my biggest budget yet. Until today, I haven't reached that budget. But the project fell through for reasons I don't need to get into. It's probably like, I'll probably get into it in another time. But again, I'm still hopeful. So Impian is a football film. It's a film about the Brunei national football team. And, being a small country, Brunei, we don't win a lot. And we won basically a trophy against other ASEAN countries. So that was great. That project fell through. And yeah, I just haven't picked up the writing pen since, It comes with a lot of reasons, not to get too deep and like too, away from like the main topic, which is like I want to talk about Kitani. But, I did get exhausted with projects and I met D, and meeting D and me, I'm the type of person like I'm to date for marriage. You get me? I'm not here to date for fun or whatnot. So yeah, I had to make money. So I went to adverts and whatnot, but again, I promised myself to always have a creative project on the works. Don't be in a limbo where I'm not working on anything and I'm just like in the endless cycle of making adverts. You get me? Again, like no offense to other people who do that, but I know that wasn't for me, Again, right now I'm working on our animated kids show, which I totally enjoy, and also our Brunei's first Net Geo funded project. So that's really cool too. So I like doing things that is like the first in Brunei and trying to push that. So yeah, first animated kids show, one, and then first Net Geo funded documentary, which is freaking crazy, right? Yeah, I guess I always do this when I feel overwhelmed. I just talk, which is nice to have a platform where I can talk, and hopefully there's some insight here that you guys can take. But going back to Kitani, they actually made a video, like a farewell video, and I was in it. I haven't watched it, so I kind of want to give it a watch and again, share my opinions on both why Kitani didn't succeed and also Progresif Media as a general thing. So if you didn't know, Progresif Media was an attempt to create our own streaming platform and following the Netflix model. So you subscribe and you can watch all these shows essentially, but it's more focused on local content. Again, the issues with that comes with, local content is not on the same level as Netflix. The price point, even though it was cheaper than Netflix, it's still Netflix is like what, $8, and then this one is like $5. So the $3 discrepancy between the two content is like, what the hell? But Brunei, doesn't make great content yet. You get me? I think this is more expensive than Amazon Prime, if I'm not mistaken, too. So that's the thing. So that was one of the major arguments I heard from people, and the reason why they didn't want to subscribe. Yeah. So let's give it a watch. Okay.
Shutting down.
Dia pulang terkejut. Dia more to macam
My reaction to it was, I understand why and whatnot.
And I don't think an app rolling up signifies the end of anything.
Yeah. It's really cool that they animated a scene from Kitani, Very appreciate
I'm
that.
Halim. I'm the GM of Crystal Media, which is more popularly known as the company behind Crystal FM. So my role with Progresif Media was that I was engaged as a consultant with my partner Hum. At that time, I had probably got about 20 plus years of terrestrial radio under my belt. The initial idea was to create a terrestrial radio station, but I think it became an internet radio station.
Catch us on Progresif Radio!
Getting the gist, kids.
So we had this massive audition. We had hundreds of people, and it was such a day. 2 or 3 years down the road, the plan was to develop this into a full media app. So from internet radio.
People think that being a DJ is a young person's thing.
Just don't be a hot mess.
Yeah, that's our thing.
To a full media app.
Yeah. Sample, shout out. It's really loud in my ear.
And I wrote Seperti Masa Lalu and Seperti Bayu yang Bertiup Dingin.
I'm Syafi Halim. I'm a Yeah. filmmaker here. Content that I Same created background. was Kitani, which was a zombie series that was released in 2021.
Hi, I'm Akmal Marhain. My original Progresif Media original was TSKS1 back in 2022.
It was supposed to be a 5-part mini-series for YouTube kanto. Around that time, Progresif was also macam baru established kanto. And I got approached by Livy. She was asking if I'd be interested to put Seperti Masa Lalu into Progresif Media.
Actually, I got an email from Progresif Media. They're just like, oh, you want to create something? You can pitch it to us. I said yes because the Last of Us games, I was just heavily inspired by it. There hasn't been a zombie series made in Brunei just yet, so why don't we
Going
give
back
it a
to, I
shot?
like to
The
do
rest
the
is history, I
first
guess.
in Brunei.
I was the third and last, I think, yang kena pick as Progresif Media original. When I pitched TSKS1 tu, Progresif Media team lihat the story tu, maybe dorang rasa macam this is a good story, the drama and everything, the message I'm trying to send out. The first time that I heard about Progresif Media winding down, Anik,
Just like, yeah, yep. I wonder what the
So
Reddit
we received the email, pagi
comments
gitu,
are saying.
and then malamnya,
Yeah.
I called him, and Akmal was asking, what are your plans after this? And then at the same time, when I asked him what his plans are,
yeah, call me that one night. Sedih lah ya, si Muis. Tapi I was upset lah Jom. So this is our only platform to make content yang nyorang out of the box for Brunei punya Brunei content. We are also feeling it lah.
I actually still had my Progresif Media subscription from Kitani release all the way. Until now, I still haven't cancelled it.
True.
Like, just because dalam hatiku, benar-benar I wanted to support it. Like, legit. It was done for the right reasons.
Dia rugi sebenarnya kalau orang.
And I think I said like, but not executed well, but they carried it out. Of course.
If you want to say this is an L for the creative industry, this is a big lesson.
Yep.
You get me? Don't say it's a loss.
It did what it needed to do, I think. I genuinely believe that. There was a bit of quality in that. And I think that's a big part of what Progresif brought to content and media in the country.
because of Progresif Media, what I learned is every story is worth sharing.
because of Progressive Media, what I've learned is how to make this filmmaking ini jadi business.
Because of Progressive Media, what I learned is to give people a chance.
I wanted
That
to
wasn't
see
scripted.
behind
That's really good.
where it actually started. Serma Selalu is coming out on Vertex Visuals YouTube channel. All 3 episodes, starting from August 3rd, 2024.
Our content
For us, Kitani was already out. See, again, first.
For
First.
Kitani, it's already free.
Exactly.
Right now.
Already
Shout
free,
out to
brother.
Progresif Media. For Sample, we're actually gonna release it for free as well, but next month we're gonna take our time with it to market it.
We haven't
Continue
released
to
it.
support local talents.
Banyak lagi content creator di Brunei ni yang passionate kan membuat konten. Tapi kayaknya itu tuh, it's up to the consumer lah, which is us Bruneians ni.
I don't want people to just blindly support just because it's made by a Bruneian, you know?
You shouldn't be given a charity card because you're Bruneian and local. So I struggle with that a lot.
Yeah.
Does that sound incredibly harsh?
I think that sounds incredibly true.
You have to get better. So there's not a question of support local for the sake of it.
We gotta make better content. We gotta
Yeah, me and
we gotta
Jenny
do-
agreeing on that one.
because we're not in industry that makes millions yet, but to make millions, you gotta put a million effort first. And I
That's
genuinely
really
believe
good.
the best is yet to come.
Yeah, the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
The scene has been set that the actors walk in.
Sad. Yeah. That's true, you know? Like, for an industry to make millions, you gotta put the million of efforts first, you know? Yeah, again, on that note, right? I would like to also mention, like, there is guilt in a way where my project was one of the biggest projects they had. Don't worry, I'm not gonna cry. I'm just like burping. I gotta check my phone though. I ordered food. Shout out Go Mom, not sponsored. There is guilt in a way in my thought that if Kitani actually blew up and got the subscribers it was projected to do, then maybe it would have lasted a bit longer. But again, I feel like still, just because everybody there had the right intentions, the execution plan wasn't had. Like, this is a bit of like some insight, you know, with the marketing. Again, like shout out to them. They had amazing plans for the marketing, but then because of COVID, then suddenly it was just like online marketing, and it's like pretty ass. You get what I'm saying? Like it to compared to if we were, because one of the plans were to do like a zombie dance show, not dance show, but you know the zombies are like walking around as extras around the mall. That would be create a viral hit. That would be amazing, and also have a screening of like the first 3 episodes in the cinema as well. So that didn't happen. So things like that, you know, it's not their fault. It's COVID, but what also was one of the reasons that Kitani didn't get the attention is probably because it wasn't good enough, you know? Like, again, I still to this day, I love the story. I love the acting. I love the people. I was very happy with the final product. I had no issues with it. If anything, I was the one who was pressuring Progresif to release it because we filmed it like 2020. It was done like mid 2021. And it was delay. And again, to be fair, a part of me is like, if we didn't delay it, we would have released it before COVID hit, you know? But again, no one would have known. No one, you know? But again, they waited for reasons that, again, to this day, I'm still not entirely sure why. Like, of course, it did give me time to improve the editing and whatnot, but this is the problem I feel with production people. When production people analyzes other productions, they really get into the productions. But the general public, they don't look for that. They don't look for amazing production from local film. They want to hear stories. You know, Simpati went viral without great production. You get me? That's my belief. Still to this day, I still believe that. Like, the general public don't give a crap about how good the lighting is and whatnot, as long as they can see, they can hear, and that's it. You get what I'm saying? Like, but again, right, they had standards they wanted to reach, and they felt like Kitani had the potential to be done better. So again, like it was reiterations of editing. Yeah, and I was the sole editor, which is pretty hell too. I shouldn't have done that. But the funny thing is, I did the same thing for Wujud, and I was just like, what? Why did I do it twice? So for Nat Geo, I won't be doing it. And for Kampung Buah, I'm not doing it. So yeah, again, lessons learned. Don't take it as a L, as a loss. It's a lesson. But again, this is another weird thing that happened. So basically, they had two other big projects in their cards, which was Operation Hantu by Photoworks, and also I Want to Be Famous by Shazanas, directed by Iskandar Karim. And they released it like within like a month, I think, max. Probably, okay, maybe not a month, but maybe a month and a half. So it was like 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like Operation Hantu, Kitani, then I Want to Be Famous. And the funny thing is, all of us were told that we had the best opening. So I don't know what that means, you get me? But again, like I genuinely felt like for me, I had the YouTube following. That's why I brought in the followers. But again, like the other two shows were just very well done. You know, they were made by Experience Productions, Filterworks, and Shazanas. And I think at that point, they were like the top 3 productions, I would say. Like, you know, Origins up there, which is Siti Kamaluddin, that directed Yasmin, Academy, and whatnot. But again, going back to it, why did they do that, right? Because that ended up creating some competition between us that I didn't appreciate, because like people would say, oh, you know, like I watch Operation Hantu, it was better than Kitani. And I'm just like, okay, all right. They watch I Want to Be Famous and they're just like, oh, it's better than Operation Hantu and Kitani. And people watch Kitani and people, you know, it's just people's opinions, you get me? And comparing us and whatnot. And we were friends before this. I was friends with both of the directors, but for me, I think specifically maybe with Operation Hantu, I think, because it was like, again, when Kitani was released, Operation I Want to Be Famous wasn't released yet, but I was so salty. I remember like because both of them were like horror based, but it's like horror was the subgenre, and that got to me. That annoyed me. Again, I was like, what, 21? Why do that? That's the thing. Like, why put your best projects within 3 months, within like 2 months of each other, and then after that not having any projects? You get me? No offense to the other projects, but I'm sure if I talk to them, they'll say, yeah, nobody watched our project on Progresif Media. You get me? It was only those 3, and they reached their peak, and after that, they just... Even Sample, I admit it, not nobody, but not a lot of people watch Sample. You get what I'm saying? Not to babble too much, but yeah, again, like it's the execution in it, again, with all the good intentions they had. And hopefully this doesn't create drama between me and Progresif, because again, I have good friends there, you know, I'm fine. And I don't want to sound like, again, I'm blaming them, but I'm not even just saying that it hurt Kitani, but it hurt the 2 other projects as well. You get me? If you spread them out like once in a month, those projects happen, I think like would have been great. And maybe put some like in between that's not as great. You get me? Like, no offense, but you know, there were projects on there that's like, you know, what the hell is this? Like, you know, some of the projects I watched, I was just like, why were they so up in my ass about my project when these projects were like crap? You get me? But again, I don't know. And one of the main things I said was, you need to put the first episode free on YouTube, like legit. Because again, my audience was on YouTube. You get me? Like, if people see that the video... Oh, my food's here. Hello, sampai sudah? Because I genuinely feel like it ended up causing unneeded tension, unneeded drama. And, you know, even like little things like, you know, me now being 25-year-old, and I remember there was like drama between me and like, I don't know how, I don't want to like dig up old drama, but, and it never went public, to be fair, right? But, you know, one of the Progresif staff was like, not openly talking crap about me, but was like telling another filmmaker, like talking bad about me, because I'm like brash and whatnot. Like, you know, I'm like overconfident, you get what I'm saying, and whatnot. And thinking about it now, I'm just like, why are you, again, like, acting like a kid? You get what I'm saying? And that's the thing, right? The idea of Progressive Media was good. There were great people in there. But there's, you know, of course, there's people that I'm just like, you're an adult. I'm 25 now, and I'm looking back, I'm just like, what are you doing? You know? Why are you treating it like high school? You get me? So I remember releasing Kitani wasn't that fun of a release, because it was just meddled with all this, like, yeah, you know, like, oh, again, I don't wanna, you know, I don't wanna say too much. I don't wanna say too much because, yeah. Again, I know this is biased. This can sound biased, of course, because it's coming from me. I've never said anything to them at all, and the filmmaker that they were talking to already didn't like me anyways, for reasons that is like separate from Kitani, because the person wasn't even connected to Kitani, but that affected Kitani's release because this filmmaker was talking to this progressive media staff, and like creating this whole drama about me. And again, I don't know how much it trickled down, because I kind of started feeling weird even talking to people that I knew before. I was on Kitani, you know, I was pretty chill, but then, you know, when I was talking to them, I was like, okay, this is getting pretty weird, like, what's this tension, you know? And then I found out all this thing, that they were talking crap about me and whatnot. And this is the thing about me, like, I always have an issue with people above me. Like, the people above me, like, tend to not like me, but I'm telling you, the people who's worked with me, who's worked under me, you get me? I've created such a loyal group. So that says something about my character, right? Like, I don't just suck off the person on top, you know? But for them to talk crap, like, you know, like a group of popular kids to a 21-year-old was so ridiculous. You get me? Again, I'm not trying to, like, you know, get new drama out there, but I'm just like ranting it now. Like, I'm just remembering things. I'm just like, that's so ridiculous. Because no matter what, no matter if I agree with this filmmaker or not, whatever, I know in the end of the day, everybody wants the betterment for the industry. You get me? And clearly I wasn't paying myself a lot. They know I didn't pay myself anything for Kitani. You know, I was on a loss. I had to take out my own money. They know that. But then for them to talk crap about me, saying I'm this and that, as if I'm not giving my all, is kind of like, you get what I'm saying? Because I am trying. I was trying. And yeah, you know, for them to be like, what, mid-30s and talking crap about a 21-year-old. And when you're in a position where you can make change, when you're in a position where you are making important decisions, then you shouldn't be acting like a kid. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it at that. I'll go to a point, I'll make a promise to myself to online as well. Like, if someone privately texts me, is this person X, I'll say no. Like, I'm not gonna say anything. You get me? I'm not gonna deny or, yeah, what's it called? I'm not gonna reveal nor deny. What is that? Yeah, something like that. But yeah, again, it's that, you know, those things annoy me, because I'm just like, Progressive Media wasn't perfect, but it was there to do what Brunei needed, you know, and it happened to appear when I was in a come up, and all these things happened for a reason, and I'm glad it happened. And again, like me saying this, I'm still have a great relationship with a lot of the staff. You get me? Like, most of them, when Progressive Media were closing down, they texted me and said they appreciated my efforts for Kitani and whatnot, and Sample and whatnot. You get me? There's no part of me that wanted it to fail or wanted the person to get fired or whatnot. You get me? Like, I generally, again, there must be a reason why. There's smart people behind this thing. There must be a reason why that person was appointed. You get me? Maybe I just couldn't see it. Maybe I just saw better people could do it, and or maybe better people could have deserved it. Not even me. I'm not even talking about myself. There was a lot of people deservedly, like, could have done a better job. But again, we're here. It closed down, what, September 24. Here I'm talking about it in April. And again, to criticize my own self too, is that I think I was overambitious. not to my own fault. I respect the Umber ambitiousness. If I were, one big question is, if I were to give myself advice at that time, what would I have done for the project? See, I don't know. Maybe do more smaller projects in between, between Simpati and Tukitani. You get me? Because I think I started to feel pressure because Simpati didn't pay anybody. So I felt the pressure to find a budget to do a project. So yeah, again, like I'm sure a lot of people would have done it for free. But again, it was my own insecurity and feeling like, oh, I gotta step up. So stepping up was money. But no, I should have done smaller projects in between. You get me? I was doing Oren, which was like a short film that I wanted to make like a 30-minute short film, but it didn't happen. So we didn't never release that. Yeah, that's probably the only advice I would give. Other than that, again, as much as I would like to say, like, don't get involved with like the old people drama. You get me? As I said, the 35-year-olds that were like talking crap about me. Yeah, like try to not get it into your head, because I remember crying about it. Like, I remember confronting person X, calling them, and I was like, is this true? And the person essentially like sugarcoated it. It's like, no, I was just saying, like, you gotta understand his character. He is brash, he is this, but he's still a good person. But I'm just like, I see the text, brother. I'm just like, brother, like, you are talking crap. Like, what are you on about? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, these people, I hope they learned their lesson. You get me? Because with that attitude, I'm telling you, they don't amount to anything. You're just gonna keep living like you're in high school. I'm telling you. Even now, like the last drama I've been involved with, I don't even remember when. You get me? I haven't had industry drama in so long. That's the rant. I gotta eat. Hopefully, it doesn't come off to like blaming the others. You get me? Because it was several circumstances, like, as I said, COVID, me not being ready for a full-on production yet, me not being able to handle that many crew. You get me? Conclude everything, like Kitani did what it needed to do. It got me to where I needed to be. It got me the award, which was like the best drama, which is like the biggest award in my opinion in Brunei. It got me the respect from the industry people. It got me the recognition from industry people. You get me? Although I did become less relevant after that because of the stress of Kitani, but whatever. I quit YouTube and whatnot. But you gotta give and take, and I matured a lot, especially. I think that was the moment I realized, like, maturity doesn't come with age. Maturity comes with making decisions. The more tough decisions you make, the more mature you become, honestly. Sometimes you also gotta make the bigger decisions, the mature decisions that won't benefit you but benefits the company, the industry, and whatnot. And I'm telling you right now, I've done that a lot. Like, again, biased from me, I know. Yeah, I've done that a lot. I've forgiven a lot of people. I've forgiven this person as well. 2 years ago, during Raya, I texted people I had drama with, and I was just like, just to let you know, I've let go of everything. I don't have any more hatred. Again, I still don't agree with what they did or what they've done to me or what they've done to other people. You get what I'm saying? But just know that I don't condone it, but you do you, and I don't have any hate towards you anymore. I don't hold a negative energy towards you. I don't wish you the worst every night. You get me? I move on. And I think that is maturity. Making decisions. Deciding to forgive. Deciding to not talk crap about 21-year-old. I'm joking. But yeah, you get me? Because I also remember, like, there's something along the lines, they were like, yeah, but that person was already talking crap about you, and I was just listening, and I'm just like, yeah, sometimes being mature is also deciding to tell someone, stop talking crap about a kid. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but again, it's whatever. I legit let it go already. But yeah, okay, this video is long enough. Hopefully you got some insight there. Hopefully not just tea, but some good insight. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why Progresif Media fell down and whatnot. Again, to be fair, after 2021, there was also that 3 years that someone could have made something better, but nobody did, you know? So there's that too, you know? What I mean is not just better than Kitani, better than those 3 projects. The Operation Hantu, Kitani, and I Want to Be Famous. You get me? Nobody has done it since. So yeah, the industry is to blame. You know, it's not just me, it's not just that person. Mistake together, and it's a lesson to be learned together. You get me? And I hope when the new platform comes along, when the new like streaming platform comes along, we come to appreciate it, and hopefully the right people are behind it. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. The next time you watch this, I might be married. I might, depending. Hopefully I upload next month. I should be. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for listening to my rant, and I hope I've said everything I've wanted to say. And yeah, something to take away is that no matter how big you feel your failure is, you know, like there's always, everything happens for a reason, legit. You know, I know that's annoying to say, especially if you're in a spot where you failed, not just creatively but just career-wise too. You know, there's always a door. You know, when one door shuts, another door opens. You know, you just gotta navigate yourself. Just don't give up. You get me? Yeah, don't give up. That's it. And I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. You know, yeah. Who would have thought? Nat Geo. Yeah, just saying that over and over again to fill my ego. I'm joking. Okay, I gotta stop it. It's getting too long. Okay, thank you so much. Really appreciate everybody who's gotten me to this point. Again, whatever I've said about Progresif Media, they helped me. They helped me. Hopefully, that point comes across. Progresif Media helped me. They didn't need to. They gave me a chance. They helped me. They gave me an opportunity. I took it, and tough luck, it didn't go the way it did, isn't it? You know. So they helped me. Progresif Media helped me. The people I had wronged, the people has wronged me, helped me one way or another. The people who has been loyal to me all this while in the industry, of course, has helped me. My family, my friends, everybody has helped me. You get me? To get to a point where I can get married. Yeah, for me to be able to get married as a creative and invite industry leaders to my wedding, you know, it says a lot, and I'm happy I'm able to get to this point and get married as a creative. I honestly didn't know how long I would stay in the creative industry, but so far it's been looking good, and it seems like I'm gonna stay. You know, I'm here to stay. To create an industry that makes millions, what did I say? It takes a million effort. Yep. So keep pushing through. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye bye.